Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here with you to talk about, does GIS help you think spatially, and conversely, does spatial thinking enhance your success with GIS? So does GIS help you think spatially, and also does spatial thinking enhance your success with GIS? Yes, I think it goes both ways. Here's a rough analogy. I love the outdoors. I want to go hiking. And hiking makes me love the outdoors more. That's an imperfect analogy, but I think it goes both ways, and let me explain. Now, first of all, why should we care about such a question about spatial thinking and geotechnologies? Well, many of us who are involved with geospatial teaching and learning are always thinking about how to attract students to rigorous use of geospatial technologies in their own career pathway, whether that path takes them to health, engineering, business, wildlife biology, planning, hydrology, or any other field. In other words, not just for GIS science careers, but other fields as well. We truly believe that spatial thinking and geotechnologies allows students and graduates into the workforce to be change agents in government, industry, nonprofits, and in academia, wherever their journey takes them. Now, the world is a complex place, right? It's ever-changing. There are 8 billion humans shaping the surface of the earth, rivers happening, volcanism, much more, coastal erosion, etc. With GIS, trying to understand the world, GIS is always going to be somewhat complex because the world itself is complex and ever-changing. So GIS is a complex tool for sure with lots of components. It seeks to help us to understand and make wise decisions about the world, right? That's what GIS's role is. So how can one be successful with GIS? Does that success hinge on a student's background in spatial thinking? Now, all humans are spatial thinkers. Think of where you put your keys every day at your house, how you pack your car trunk or suitcase or backpack for a long trip, how you organize your work desk, and many more everyday tasks. In fact, check out our article about everyday geography in Directions magazine on this exact same theme. Now, some people, though, have had courses where spatial thinking is paramount. I call it formal spatial thinking. In other words, we've got the informal spatial thinking because we're spatial people, but formal spatial thinking. Environmental design courses, geography courses, for example, civil engineering courses, those are formal spatial thinking based courses. Does this help? Do these courses help your success in GIS? I absolutely think it does. And not just I think it does, but I've seen evidence in years of working with students and faculty in these core areas. But that doesn't mean that those with no prior background in formal spatial thinking cannot use GIS because of the bilateral nature of this discussion. GIS can aid your spatial thinking, no matter what kind of background you've come into GIS from. How? Well, when you're creating mean centers or the standard deviational ellipse of, say, an invasive species, you're thinking spatially about the location and the shape of the center and the ellipse, for example, and how it's changing as you recalculate the mean center and the standard deviational ellipse after you've filtered on several different years. When you're creating bivariate maps of median household income and median age, and then creating a scatter plot of the same two variables to show their relationship, as another example, you're thinking spatially about why and how they are related, and where the relationship is evident, for example, by county in a state, and where it's not evident. For example, in my own state of Colorado, Pitkin County, Aspen, median household income is high, median home value is high, and other examples I could name. So these are two examples, invasive species and then median household income and median home value with relationships and spatial patterns. So there's lots of other examples. There's hundreds of other examples. When you're using GIS, it encourages you to think spatially. It's never just about pushing buttons in the software. Spatial thinking is enhanced by your use of GIS. GIS actually is applied spatial thinking. That means that those at business, sociology, economics, their spatial thinking will be enhanced by their use of GIS, even if they've not had formal GIS courses or geography courses. So the good news is on both sides. GIS does help you think spatially, and spatial thinking enhances your success in GIS. Thanks.